Today I am playing... Wait, let's travel all the way back to 1996. A huge year for Shaquille O'Neal. The year the amazing release of a movie us old folks cherish. I'm talking about Kazam. A movie so widely praised that it won many Shaqademy Awards. So how did Shaq arrive at that point in his career? It's not due to his amazing basketball skills or his precious nothing but net free throws. For that, we must travel even further back to 1994. A time when hair gel sold out in stores and 2D fighters had us pounding on SNES controllers. This also marks the year that the greatest and most Shaqness 2D fighter was released, Shaq Foo. A fighter with fun animations and colorful kicks. This game blew our minds, just as his basketballing blew our eyes and his music career blew our eardrums. It was a game that managed to become a cult classic. Fast forward many Gold Bond and Icy Hot commercials later, and thanks to crowdfunding support from many Shaq Fu fans, we are graced with the masterpiece that is Shaq Fu, a legend reborn. Because enough people wanted this to happen. The game is available on all the consoles a gamer can own, and today we dive into this majestic game on Android, at least the first major area, because the full game is $4.99, and Tiny Little Games has tiny little pockets. So grab a Shaq-sized cup noodle, and let's begin! First up, gameplay that is not a 2D fighter. Well, it looks like the developer decided to not implement gameplay that made the original so successful. Instead, we get a side-scrolling beat-em-up, sorta like Final Fight or Streets of Rage with a Shaq Fu coding. Those who yearned for classic combo fights will just have to settle for not-so-classic beat-em-up brawling. In all fairness, the game works fine from a gameplay standard. Move around, punch, combo foot stomp, pick up weapons, and annihilate crazy kung fu baddies. The fights are okay, the specials are fine, yet the movements and overall performance leaves a lot to be desired. Soon repetition sets in, and I started to realize maybe Kazam wasn't as good as I thought when I was a kid. Maybe Shaq's rap career wasn't a slam dunk, and just maybe, Shaq Fu wasn't as good as I remember. Let me break this down. A Legend Reborn does not birth any new gameplay mechanics, and the gameplay itself is so basic, so predictable, I don't think it deserves the Shaq name. However, the longer I played, the real desirability of this game started to show. The gameplay is a joke, but the actual story and other aspects are purposely and well thought out comedy gold. I mean it. This game has pickups such as Icy Hot, a callback to Shaq's endorsement days, and a clever product placement. A power-up has Shaq in a metal suit, a callback to the classic film Steel. And the comedic banter between baddies is on point. Throw in scenes of Shaq and Master Fu, and we have a game that is so bad, it's actually good. The dialogue is what kept me playing. Shaq even asks why there's a Chinatown in China. While not an original joke, it's exactly what I was thinking as I played. In this sense, the game doesn't take itself too seriously. A great approach to a game that isn't very fun. Either they knew it would have redundant qualities, or they implemented this humor just in case the gameplay got stale. So that's a Legend Reborn in a nutshell, one that only a Shaq-sized foot can crack. Next up, graphics. Shaq Fu on consoles has bright, vivid, colorful cartoon graphics. They are eyeball-pleasing, special effect blasting, and go well with the overall humorous theme. On Android, not so much. I'm not saying they are bad. In reality, they keep the vivid, toony feel with a lowered expectation. Yet my confusion begins to confuse. The console versions aren't the most epic AAA quality, and I feel the mobile versions could have almost reached that same quality. Then again, maybe the legend that is Shaq is just too much for the small screen to handle. For the most part, the graphics are serviceable. The real enjoyment stems from the amazing, and I don't mean that sarcastically, cutscenes that litter the story. A fantastic mixture of anime close-ups and talking. Boss fights have Super Saiyan intros, and everything about these scenes are quality. Too bad the fights that follow end up deflating my excitement. Okay, so you've heard all about the Shaq Fooey, and you're wondering, is it really worth the asking price? It's $20 on consoles, and $4.99 here. Even with the major price difference, I cannot highly recommend this game. It's Shaq Fu, a legend board. Or is it? For those who are Shaqaholics, you may get some enjoyment here. Sure, the fighting is mediocre, and the game is itchy like athlete's foot, yet it's the comedic timing, the in-your-face references, and the epic cutscenes that make it a somewhat interesting good time. Once you attain a rhythmic, even repetitive gameplay flow, you may enjoy it, especially for the off-the-wall bonkers special abilities. It can be a great add-on for those who are Shaq collectors. However, for the masses who only see Shaq as a guy who argues with Charles Barkley and don't accept tiring gameplay, then you may be passing the ball to a player who likes a slam dunk of Shaq jokes. If this game was truly a free-to-play game, supported by some sort of microtransactions, I would definitely say give it a try. In fact, go give it a try. The first stage is free, then you can decide whether I'm a Shaq hater or a hard-to-please gamer.
Pew, 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 pew! Whee!
As always, thanks for watching Tiny Little Games. Please subscribe to support my channel, like for more rant views, and ring that notification bell for video updates. Fun fact, the intro song in this game is actually really catchy, and it's performed by Shaq. Isn't that crazy?